I'm Dr. Zelda Lockhart, and this is my novel Trinity. It follows 3 generations of Black men who are trying to transmute the violence of colonization out of their generations, out of their families, and the girl spirit who tells the story, who is trying to come into the story in order to be able to heal all of those emotional wounds, all those generational wounds. We follow the family from Mississippi to Ghana to Korea to Vietnam, all of the places that the men go as they try to use strategies like fighting for their country, religion, being involved in religion, and community, and all of the things that they are attempting. And it is the soul of being able to be with fishing, with offering their stories, with being in nature, that really helped them to be able to go home to themselves. And it's the girl spirit, Lottie Rebecca Lee, who brings all of that about.
Hi, I'm Karen Spears Zacharias, and I am author of No Perfect Mothers. It is a historical fiction story of Carrie Buck, who was at the center of the Buck v. Bell case, dealing with reproductive rights from the 1920s.
My name is Kayla Min Andrews. I'm here to talk about my mother's book, Katherine Min. So it was published posthumously. I worked on it after her death. The book is called The Fetishist. 23-year-old Japanese-American punk rocker Kyoko decides to take revenge on the man who she holds responsible for her mother's death. That man is Daniel, a classical violinist who is pining for Alma, a Korean-American cello prodigy. And these 3 storylines intersect, and there's mayhem, and there's humor, and at its heart, it's a love story.
Hi, I'm Dawn Major. I'm the author of The Bystanders, which is a mosaic novel about a dysfunctional family from Los Angeles who sell everything they have and think that they can hit the reset button by moving to rural Missouri. It's based in a rural town that I actually lived in. It's very autobiographical because I also moved from Los Angeles to Missouri, and I was very much an outsider. I call it, what they realize is that when they get there, that they brought all their demons with them, and that the locals are not all that welcoming. Now, I called it The Bystanders. The title is The Bystanders because I was always fascinated with the concept of the bystander effect, which is a psychological phenomenon where maybe perhaps there's several people that witness a violent act and they don't respond or react to it or try to help or assist in any way because they think that someone else in that group is going to step in. So that's it.
Hey, I'm Jess Armstrong, the author of the Ruby Vaughn Mysteries. It is a gothic murder mystery series set in the 1920s in Britain. The first in series is The Curse of Penryth Hall, where our disgraced American heiress is sent off with a box of books to a remote Cornish village and ends up with a dead baronet and a centuries-old curse murder on her hands.
Hi, my name is Wynne, and I'm the author of A Hound Dog Tale, Big Mama, Elvis, and the Song That Changed Everything. And the book is a history of the song Hound Dog, which was a revolutionary song in many ways. It was first recorded by Big Mama Thornton as a classic blues number. And then Elvis Presley made it a classic rock and roll number. And it has a tremendous backstory that's more complicated than people realize, I think.
Hello, I'm Katherine Shellman. I write historical mysteries, and I have 2 different series that I work on. The first is set in Jazz Age New York City. It's the Nightingale Mysteries and follows Vivian Kelly, who's a working class seamstress and sort of escapes from the drudgery of her everyday life by going out to a speakeasy at night, which she thinks is just a big party until the day she finds a dead body behind the speakeasy and discovers there's a bit of a dark underside to this party world. And few people think she knows more about what happened than she does, and she ends up getting pulled into the underground world of the prohibition lifestyle. And the second series I write is another historical mystery series. They're called the Lily Adler Mysteries. They're set in Regency, England, so it's a little bit like if you know Bridgerton. They're Bridgerton, but with everyone worried about getting murdered instead of getting married.
Hi there, I'm Susan Zorinda, author of The Girl from the Red Rose Motel. Under ordinary circumstances, impoverished junior Hazel Smiles would never meet affluent senior Sterling Lovell. But when Sterling crosses a line with his English teacher and Hazel can't afford to have her ROTC uniform dry cleaned, they're both punished with a day of in-school suspension, and an unlikely relationship develops. It's set in the fictitious town of Ramsey, South Carolina, the novel is, and interlaces the stories of Hazel living with her family in a dilapidated motel, Sterling yearning to break free from his wealthy parents' social demands, and newly widowed English teacher Angela Wilmore, stern but compassionate. Hazel tries to keep her homelessness a secret from Sterling as long as she can, until one frigid January morning he finds her because he goes with his father, who ironically owns the Red Rose Motel, to thaw frozen water pipes. With her secret revealed, the young couple's relationship deepens. Angela, meanwhile, is involved in struggles of her own with a budding romance with the divorce principal. Hazel is a victim of much misfortune, and her need to hide her reality from people on the outside creates anxiety and insecurity. But her indomitable spirit, along with her unlikely relationships with Sterling and Angela, who provides support that her family cannot provide, Hazel gains self-confidence and triumphs in a very bold, life-changing decision at the end of the novel. Thank you.
So Susan, before we say goodbye, you have recently won several awards for your lovely novel. Would you like to share what those awards are?
Well, I think the two most recent and ones I'm proudest of are the Patricia Wynne Award in Southern Fiction and first place in the IPPY Awards for Southeast Fiction.
Awesome. Thank you, Susan. Jeffrey, Dale Lofton and I certainly do appreciate you. From a well-read magazine, Between the Pages Inside Voices podcast, we are recording from the Louisiana Book Festival.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you.